from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Looking to buy time. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll send the back in motion. It's 3rd and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum snapped.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Scanning the field, it's Beck. Fires to the right. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't. And they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking left. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Skips away from pressure. Did the work himself. Out midfield, he's got room. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 20.
And that's the money down, man. 4th down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. and he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
Touchdown time! A great catch and run for 6. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Gets it past the marker. At the 45 on his way. All out of space. Past the 10. Touchdown, midshipman! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution of scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 15, here's the return. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Back to pass, it's Hurts. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback gets the first down. There he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Handoff from the gun. Breaks the tackle.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive damage.
midshipmen come to the line facing third and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Sends it back in motion. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Smith. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! Looking for the tie with the extra point. Back to pass. Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He's got it for the two. Found his man on the fake, and they take the lead. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Turns it on at midfield. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, first and 10. They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Motion from the back. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quick strike complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you've got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because...
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. And tackled there by the defense. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, the ground game. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. The defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on 3rd.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Gets the back moving. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss.
Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Sends it back in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Holds and fires complete to the right. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. They'll throw it from the red zone. Fakes to grab. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
You can tell this quarterback and these wide receivers are on the same page. Quick read, quick throw, quick success.
Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And I like the alertness by this defense. First and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Motion from the back. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, midshipmen. And they take it in for 6 more points. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back to throw, it's Hurts. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Got his man quickly. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Using the quick game. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And, guys, not only a miss, but a missed opportunity to take the lead. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bama. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. They'll line up to go for 2. To the air, it's Hurts. Quarterback moving. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Navy will go back on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Trying the left side. He's in open space downfield. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lane.
Oh, he's got space. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Navy!
Number 2 in the end zone.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They didn't get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Hurts. Gets it out quickly. Out of midfield, he's got room. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Buying some time. Shoots it to the left. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
My old coach always used to say, don't turn a bad play into a catastrophe. He got flushed outside the pocket. Listen, it's okay. You can throw an incompletion. Don't create a turnover. Don't try to force it. At least the quarterback took care of the football.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Got it behind the line. It's Burnett. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. There he goes. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Runs through a tackle. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And I feel like this defense is starting to cook up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his own.
Wants to throw. It's Hurts. Right on the money. Touchdown time. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Into the end zone for the 2, and he pushed that lead out to 8. That drive covers 62 yards for the touchdown, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This should be the last play of the quarter. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Byers on the move. Complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 23-yard line as this offense dials up a chunk play.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback...
Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Going to look downfield again. Here's the pressure. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, midshipman.
Number 3, carry.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. They'll send the back in motion. Zings it complete to the right. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and we are all tied up here in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Hurts. Pulls it in, it's Wingo. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Toss to the outside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, he'll throw it. Still looking, on the move. That's caught. It's Moss. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Hurts. Quarterback now breaking the field. A strike downfield. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Finds his big tight end. Bounced off his feet.
And this is a big-time moment for this offense. So who are you going to give the ball? The guy you trust, the guy who's been doing it all game. You know he can deliver. They got so much confidence in this young man, and he's proven why today. Let's see how he finishes.
They'll move the wide receiver. Caught behind the line. It's Mingo. Headed to the end zone. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And in for the score. What a turn as they take the lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Under fire. Reels it in down the left side. Off and running. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Navy.
Number 8. Catch and assist.
Now they're going to go for two and the possible win, and this crowd rises up to try to make it tough. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wingo. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long way. This one from deep to try to win the game. What a disappointment. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Navy opens this overtime period with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Throws for the tight end. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Wideout trying to get in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. The give to the fullback. strike first in overtime.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put two hands on the football, lower his shoulder. Second and goal. You don't need third and goal, thanks to the big fella.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Aggressive decision here to go for two and try to really put some heat on. Gets the back moving. How about the guts, and then it pays off. The two-point conversion and an 8-point lead in OT. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Let's send the tight end in motion. Looking for a man. It's Hurts. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Sends it back in motion. And back to the air on second down. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. He's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Got it in, now they'll have to do it again with the two-point conversion to tie. They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Wide receiver going in motion. Makes the catch. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it. They're on the move. Crosses midfield. The 30. At the 20. What a bizarre turn of events. He scooped up the fumble and took it all the way back for 2. This is one of the best games we've called this season. A thriller, and it comes down to the wire here in overtime.
I could watch these two teams play another 6 times this year, just back and forth, trading blows, offenses coming up with explosive plays, big hits all over the field. David, this is what college football is all about.
No doubt. I love your excitement. Where's the defensive mentions? Some good defense out there, too, there, homeboy. I know it's not just offenses that get you excited. Some defensive plays, too. Nip and tuck the whole game.